Testing, 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 testing. Hey guys, we're changing it up today. Yes, there's an outside video, and I thought for something sort of new and different, we might do a quick 20 questions. Some of which I found online, and some of which people have asked me recently, and some of which people have sort of commented on things and asked me. So, yeah, I guess we should probably get started. I've got my giant coffee in my giant coffee mug. So question one is, what are you reading right now? So, fun fact, this is actually what inspired this video. I'm reading Proof by David Orban, and it is fascinating. It is a play about mathematics and mental illness and degenerative disease, but it's kind of setting us a really small backdrop of family and reconciliation and overcoming hurdles and personal truths, and it's captivating, genuinely captivating. It won a Pulitzer for Best Drama, so you know it's good, right? When do you sleep? A friend of mine asked me this recently because I'm awake all of the time. I have a fairly terrible sleep pattern, truthfully. Yes, I don't sleep as often as I should. But it's okay, I consume coffee, keeps the energy up. This was a question that was just asked to me about 10 minutes before we started this. So, what's the favourite character that you've ever played? And the answer to that is Billy Bigelow from Carousel. Billy Bigelow, he gets to sing some incredible music, and he's so deeply flawed and passionate and loving and angry as a human being. Does money lead to happiness? No, obviously not. But it sure does help. I have had money in my life, and I've had no money in my life, and I know for a fact that no money, that's a hard road to walk. You know, it's hard to be happy when you have to figure out if you're going to put petrol in your car or eat, and you're racking together change from under the couch. So, yeah, no it doesn't, but it helps a little. How often do you tell people that you love them? I tell people that I love them as often as I can. Yeah. All of my friends, I tell them that I love them on the regular, because life is short, and there's no reason to bottle up how you feel about people. I don't understand the culture, particularly for men, around drunkenly slurring out that you love someone at 4 a.m. when you're stumbling up a staircase. I think, I think it's something that we need to significantly overcome as a society. But no, tell people that you love them. Tell everyone that you love them. If you could live anywhere, where would it be? I would live probably in New York, because I've never been there, but I have this feeling in my gut that if I went there, I would never, ever, ever come back. Not never. I think I would fall in love, and I would never leave. I think it's my city. So, if I could live anywhere, New York City. Do you have any tattoos? No. No, I don't. I am far too undecided to have tattoos. I wish. I think that they're amazing, and they're cool, and they're wonderful, and I wish that they are something that I had. But I'll change my mind on the regular, you know? So I think the idea of having something that I can never get rid of fills me with a little bit of anxiety and dread. Yeah. Do you believe in love at first sight? No. Kind of. No, I don't. What I do believe in is that spark that you get when you meet someone, which is not love, which people often confuse for love, I think. Which is fine. you know, yeah. But I don't think love takes work. I think that it's sometimes about working to stay in love, and it's not something that can happen instantly in the line at the coffee shop. Although, arguably, I have fallen in love with many baristas who've made me a good coffee. Can you tap dance? No. I wish. I am not a dancer. I cannot dance. I'm frankly terrible at it. I had a choreographer tell me once that I can move, I just have no ability to do choreography. So, you know, hashtag mover. Do you eat meat? Yes, more than I should. I know for a fact that my body functions and I feel better if I don't eat a lot of meat, or if I eat leaner meats. I eat far more than I should, and that's fine. That's okay. I also know that it's not super sustainable for our planet to have people have heavily meat-based diets. I'm just not the kind of person that's ever going to cut it out, I don't think. But I do sort of subscribe to the fact that if you're going to have it quite infrequently and have a better cut of meat. So, you know, I think that kind of, to a point, can kind of balance some stuff out. What took you so long to start this channel, and what were your main fears? So, this is a constant problem of mine. I have constant issues starting projects, constantly, all of the time. I get in my own head about it, and I will get 3/4 of the way there, and then I will just never go. Yeah, I have a podcast sitting there, 3 episodes recorded, 5 or 6 more guests lined up. Just click go. I get so in my head and so afraid of what people are going to think of me that I don't know, yeah, it's a struggle. It's something that I'm desperately trying to overcome, but I don't think that I ever am particularly successful at that, or I haven't been yet, you know. So yes, my own self-doubt. What is your favorite workspace? Coffee shop. Not just because of the coffee, because of the people. I like being in a space where I kind of know the staff a bit, but I don't have any significant obligation to be there. I like the people, I like the noise, I like the hustle and bustle. I find that it's kind of like a white wall of noise that I can kind of get lost in and just sort of do my work. Yeah. What is the last thing that made you cry? The last thing that made me cry is watching a video about the fire response and about all of the people, particularly overseas, who are giving so generously to a lot of causes like the Red Cross and the fire services and things, because there was a point not too long ago where our fireys were having to buy some of their own gear because they weren't properly funded, because our government thought it was a great idea to cut millions of dollars out of our rural fire service, despite the fact that we constantly have bushfire seasons and climate change, which is a thing. Anyone who doesn't think that it's a thing, go and fucking read any of the science journals that back it up. That's a whole other thing. Yeah, that made me cry. The response, the generosity of humans. It's a beautiful thing. Gives me faith. What is your biggest pet peeve? This is a good follow-on. So my biggest pet peeve is willful ignorance. So climate change, we have enough consensus in the industry to know climate change is real, that it is significantly man-made. And while there are some opposing views and there is some conflict, and that's fine, just most of the scientific community is in consensus about this, so shut up, you know, don't be so willfully ignorant. Go and read, go and look it up, and don't just go and look at the journals that back up your point, go and look at the other side as well. you know, and then look at the papers that review those papers, because that's the important thing, and that's the thing about science. So yes, willful ignorance. It bugs me. We're in an age where you can have information like that if you really want to. And I don't understand why you wouldn't just reach out and get it, because it's so readily available. Yeah. So, go digging. And don't just find the thing that backs up your theory. Go looking for everything. What is your biggest fear? My biggest fear? Snakes. No. Snakes. But beyond that, I think the fear that maybe I'm too old to have the kind of career that I really want. Even though I know that the 1% who started when they were 18 and have had phenomenal careers, they are the exception, they are not the rule, and I know it. But it is a fear that gnaws at me every single day. But I was listening to a podcast, a YouTube video by a friend of mine, Jess Ham, the other day, and she rightly said that she will not believe that her best years are behind her. And that is something that just resonates so deeply within me. I will not believe that the best things that I have ever done are behind me. I am only 34 years old. So, yeah. It's my biggest fear though, that I've sort of missed my boat. What does success mean to you? Good question. I think it just means that I can have a sustainable career in the industry that I want to have it in. And this is the industry. I want to be creative. I want to be constantly creating my own work, but also that I want to just to be able to live and create is all I want. I used to want fame and fortune and money, and I still want it. Of course I do. Of course I want to be standing up on stage at the Oscars and getting a Tony Award and all of that stuff. Of course I want it, and I want it deeply, and it took me so long to be able to accept the fact that I did want that, without being like seen as some sort of, I don't know, hack. But no, I do. Of course I do. Of course I want those things. But at the moment, I just want to be able to have a successful, sustainable career. What are you watching right now? Right now I'm watching two things. So I'm watching The West Wing again, because it's always relevant. Aaron Sorkin is a phenomenal writer. I'm also watching Killing Eve. Sandra Oh is amazing. Phoebe Waller-Bridge is just an exceptional writer. She's one of the great minds of our time, and very desperately would like to do one of her works. So, fingers crossed. What are your plans for the future? So my plans for the future are more of this. Yeah, I want to create and continue to create and not get bogged down in the minutiae of it. Yeah. What is your favorite ice cream flavor? Good question, because I am so fickle and I change my opinion all the time, but most constantly, either Rocky Road or peanut butter with chocolate, I think. It's very tasty. I don't know, maybe it's a very American thing, but I know I dig it. It's delicious. And lastly, I hope, what is your weirdest habit? My weirdest habit would have to be that I talk to myself out loud constantly. And it got to a point where I was doing it in public and I just looked like a madman. I think I've kind of got around that now. I think I'm just, doing it in private like a normal creative. I think. Oh god, who knows? So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. That was actually a lot of fun. And it's a longer video, which is nice. And we're outside, and what's not to love about that? So, yeah. Good chat. As always, like, comment, subscribe, leave notes in the thing down below. Yeah. See you tomorrow.